Why the most powerful person in the room says nothing. Nietzsche's warning. Imagine this. You're locked in a fierce debate. Your voice is rising. Your pulse is quickening. Every word feels like a strike. Every pause, a trap. You think you're standing your ground, holding your own. But across from you, the other person is doing the same. Neither of you is really listening. You're not exchanging ideas, you're exchanging fire. And then, a philosopher enters the room. He doesn't take sides. He doesn't offer a clever comeback. Instead, he leans in and says something deeply unsettling. You've already given up your power. What does that mean? You're defending your position. You're standing tall. How is that defeat? Because, according to Friedrich Nietzsche, the moment you react, you're no longer in control. Let's unpack that. 1. The true nature of arguments. Most people believe arguments are about uncovering truth. Nietzsche thought otherwise. He believed most conflicts aren't logical. They're emotional. They're not about clarity, they're about control. So why do we argue? First, ego defense. Admitting we're wrong threatens our sense of identity. To protect that fragile image, we fight. Second, status games. Arguments often turn into silent battles over who dominates the room, who speaks louder, who interrupts, who wins. Third, social masks. Sometimes we argue not to seek truth, but to be seen by our friends, by our peers, as smart, strong, or unshakable. Nietzsche saw through this. He believed those who argue from emotion are already defeated, because the one who reacts is being controlled. The one who controls their reaction, that's the powerful one. 2. The will to power and true strength. Nietzsche's idea of the will to power is often misunderstood. It's not brute force. It's not domination through shouting or intimidation. It's about shaping the world, starting with yourself. Real strength, he said, is measured not by the noise you make, but by your ability to stay centered when the world tries to pull you in. This is where his idea of the Übermensch, the overman, comes in. The Übermensch doesn't waste energy reacting. He doesn't argue for validation. He chooses when to speak, and more importantly, when not to. 3. Example, the quiet leader in the room. Picture a boardroom. 2 executives are locked in a loud debate. They're throwing stats, slinging jabs, trying to outshine each other. But in the corner sits someone quiet. They listen, they observe, they ask one sharp question and shift the entire room. No shouting, no chest thumping. Who holds the real power here? Nietzsche would say, the one who didn't need to prove anything. 4. The weapon of silence. Silence, used wisely, isn't weakness. It's a weapon. It makes people uncomfortable. It forces them to fill the space, to reveal more than they intended. It throws off their rhythm, breaks their patterns. Strategic silence is tension, and tension is control. The Übermensch knows this. He pauses, not because he's lost for words, but because he's choosing the moment to strike. And sometimes, silence is the strike. 5. Modern examples of silent power. Let's look at 3 very different figures who embodied this power. First, Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who journaled quietly rather than argued loudly. His control over self, his refusal to be rattled, made him untouchable. Second, Warren Buffett. In a world of flashy financial pundits, he wins by saying less and thinking more. While others speak to impress, he speaks to act. Third, Miyamoto Musashi, the undefeated samurai. He once showed up late to a duel, on purpose. His lateness unbalanced his opponent, who fought with anger instead of focus. Musashi won before the first swing. Each of these men used silence, not speech, as their sword, a call to reflection. So next time you feel the fire rising, when someone challenges your idea, your identity, your pride, stop. Don't react, ask. Am I about to fight a battle that doesn't need to be fought? Am I trying to win or to understand? Because the loudest voice doesn't always win. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. True power is silent.